How was your Monday? Hope it was good. Mine was okay. So, in any case, today went with one of my favorites, Tarot of the Divine. Everyone knows why this is one of my favorites, but if you're new to the channel and you're not aware of why, it's because this particular deck brings traditional tarot archetypes to life with illustrious series of fables, including The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, The Crane Wife, Sleeping Beauty, King Arthur, and the stories of many lesser-known legends and deities from all over the world. And it says, just as the tarot provides ways to interpret the world around us, so too do these illuminating folk tales. I happen to be a very, very big fan of those folk tales, and I hope that you are too. I just hope that you're not big fans of the Disney versions, because they're heavily sanitized and they've lost their meaning. Alright, so let's get right down into it. Had thought about just doing like a little 3-card thing today, but I was like, nah, why do that? So I got your significator here, and then we will have Mind, Body, and Soul, of course. Also, I am on High Notes now, and as of yesterday I started doing daily single card pulls and weekly rune pulls. So if this reading does not resonate with you, if you're just not finding what you're looking for in here, maybe one of the single card pulls will. I do single card pulls of tarot, I do them with oracles, and I also do them with runes. So such will be happening today. Right after I'm done filming this, I will do a few videos, little 1-minute videos. It's if you're wondering what High Notes is like, it's like TikTok, but whereas TikTok is robotic Chicom garbage, High Notes is actually run by human beings. I know there are tarot readers on High Notes who left TikTok for High Notes because they were getting dinged for hate speech by doing exactly what it is I'm doing for you here today. So let's see what the significator card is today. It is a Page of Coins. So today we're looking at some kind of fresh young energy, especially surrounding earthbound things, material things at that. Money being one of them. And let's see what we got here. I'm actually looking for the fairy tale or the folk tale this one comes from. So from the folk tale, this is a Sami deity from Sweden. And of course, we're looking at fresh starts and setting up solid foundations. And of course, that sort of, especially with the Page of Coins, Page of Coins is about like a sort of a mental wellness. We really want to have our heads in the right place, you know, be able to think clearly. But here it is, the Page of Coins is grounded and anticipates a bright future. I am going to attempt to pronounce this, and I hope that if there are any Sami people out there, you're watching today. If I've screwed this up, know that I apologize in advance. Biavi Niedi, or Nieda, sorry. Like I said, I probably butchered that one. There are a lot of folk tales that I will be referring to the book for the folk tale itself if I don't immediately recognize it. But anyway, so we are looking for that bright future. Now, this is us for today. This is the significator. It is that, you know, that bright future we're anticipating, and I've said this over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot stay chained to all the dark parts of your past and expect a bright future. It simply does not work. You are holding yourself back, and it's time to move forward. I will forever stand by that. I will always do what I can to facilitate that for you if that's where you're going. But if you just want to stay chained to the darkness of the past, okay, fine. But I'm leaving you there. Simple as that. Going to the mind, because we did see some mental wellness there. We do have a Five of Wands. Are we struggling? Are we fighting about something? What are we fighting for? That is the absolute best question to ask. We also have a Queen of Wands. This is someone very much in control of their creativity, but also knows how to nurture it. This isn't like a King of Wands who is absolutely has the grip right there, but this is where we start to get a grip a little bit. And then we have a Seven of Swords. This is where this looks like a little bit, since it's right here in this mental state, this looks like a little bit of intellectual theft, right? Kind of feel like an idea may have been stolen from you, and it was a pretty grandiose idea. So let's look at that Five of Wands for just a minute, and that Queen of Wands. We'll see where they come from, because I don't recognize those right off the bat. So from the Five of Wands, we have the Pandavas, which is a Sanskrit epic poem. Now, keep in mind, those that we're fighting with in that Five of Wands, we may be fighting with family, people that we really deeply care about. So it's something to keep in mind. We do have some clashing egos there too. We also have some competition, and if you're just competing with someone, that's fine. But remember, don't let the egos get in the way. The Queen of Wands, who is she? I'm really interested in that one. This is Pele, the Hawaiian deity. And if you notice, she's dancing. She's dancing because these are powerful blessings, but they can also be destructive. Now, the destruction in this case of Pele, I'm familiar with Pele to some degree, but with Pele, her destruction also enriches the soil and new things can grow. Something else to keep in mind. In your competition today, you may find some growth or some opportunities for growth, and I say, let them come. Let them come. They're good things for you. But then we have that Seven of Swords. And anytime that Seven of Swords comes up, it's not always such a great thing, really. Because like I said before, it can feel like something's been stolen. But we do also have strategy. We have cunning. But we also have some thievery, cheating, and manipulation. This is the coyote from the Pacific Northwest, which is a Salish legend. And here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that coyote. They usually get caught up. Their own schemes get them into all kinds of trouble. So today, the thing to remember is, if you're feeling like someone has stolen something from you or taken something that was rightfully yours, remember that person will get caught up in their own little schemes. So they're nothing for you to really worry too much about. In the physical, we have a Nine of Swords. Yep, there we go. Well, let's just knock this thing all over the place. Remember, I'm doing this one take and uncut, people, so. We also have a High Priestess. I love when the High Priestess shows up, because she's about that intuition. And of course we have the Hierophant. Now here's where it gets a little tricky because we're trying to balance our intuition. To me, this looks like someone who is having a little bit of trouble here, and that trouble comes in the form of trying to reconcile the natural with the supernatural, and that can happen. That I know people like that. So believe it or not, this might actually be for one of them. I'll be pointing that out later. But from the Nine of Swords, that comes from Greek mythology. That is from Oedipus. Right now, the Nine of Swords actually, I remember in the Rider-Waite, this is like that thing that's keeping us up at night. And I could see that. Someone's losing some sleep out there. And if you're losing sleep, you need to listen to me. Right now, I have every confidence that you will be able to reconcile one thing, and it's the only thing that you need to remember. Okay, so listen very closely, because this is not going to take long to explain. Nature and supernature exist together. Just because it doesn't follow a biological process, just because it doesn't go with dogma, just because, look, just because you can't find this thing in a textbook, do not let that keep you up at night. It is enough that they both exist. Some things do fly in the face of explanation. Some things you absolutely just cannot explain. That happens. That is a thing. That is how this world works at times. And to me, that makes the world very exciting and magical. And as I'm always putting in my lower third here, believe in your own magic. So perhaps lose a little less sleep over this. Okay, so let's go to the spiritual and see what's going on. We have the Chariot. This is from a Scandinavian folktale. So a lot of forward movement here, and I think this is what's keeping you up at night. Because you've got a lot of forward movement, you got a lot of forward momentum suddenly, and now you're like, wait a minute, how did that happen? We also have a Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is about that collaborative creation. That creative force, that drive, that fire, it's collaborative, remember? We always want to operate more in the collaborative than the competitive if we can. And then we have Six of Wands. I pulled this card, not this particular card, but this card, Six of Wands, in a reading, actually in a single card pull yesterday on Hangouts, and that's your winner circle, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that concludes it. So let me sum this up for you. It's very simple. If you really want those new opportunities to work out, those new physical opportunities to work out, really operate more with your creative dance, little less on the competition. You know, literally just if you're not acting like you're competing with anyone, guess what? And if you're just secure in what you're doing, you'll never have to feel like someone stole something from you. Also, balance your intuition with the physical. They have to exist together. Your forward movement, your collaborative efforts, they all put you right in the winner's circle where you belong. So, I hope you found some insight in this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If not, come over to Hangouts with me. I'll have a few videos posted there while this thing edits down. As I'm fond of saying when I close out, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again. Let's do this again. bring some friends along. Always do what lights you up. And as always, my friends, shine on.